to go.
So that was pretty cool. Thanks, Darren, I appreciate it. Hi, everybody, my name is Russ Reimet. I'm the founder of Nobo. At Nobo, we're developing new biometric sensors that help athletic trainers, clinicians, and consumers understand the body in entirely new ways. Our first job is to monitor hydration levels of athletes. In 2014, 4 American football players died of hydration-related causes. Now, when we think about these tragic deaths, we usually think about heat stroke, and that's correct, and exactly what took the lives of both Marquise and William. But fluid toxicity, water toxicity, drinking too much can be just as lethal, and in fact took the lives of both Zyrese and Walker that year. Now, deaths like that are thankfully very rare, but much more common are performance impairments from being dehydrated. Research shows that even mild dehydration can impact athletic performance by over 10%. And what athlete wouldn't want a 10% advantage? When Elijah Lagat won the Boston Marathon in 2000 by about 1/100th of the race time, I'm guessing he was perfectly hydrated. But that's exactly the problem. We're just guessing. Athletic trainers have no way of knowing how well hydrated their athletes are when they're in competition. There are some unreliable laboratory tests, but in the real world, trainers are forced to weigh their athletes before and after competition to know how well hydrated they were. Of course, by the time they figure it out, the athlete's already left the field and the game has already been won or lost. So that's why we're developing B60. B60 is a wearable hydration monitoring device that athletes at all levels will use to stay safe and perform their best. Because we're monitoring hydration in real time, we can observe how fluid balance is changing in the body and predict an athlete's fluid needs before safety or performance is compromised. B60 monitors the full range of hydration in the body, so athletes know if they're dehydrated or if they're consuming too much fluid. It's non-invasive and continuous, so it can be used to adjust fluid intake during training and competition. And it's a direct hydration measurement. We're using a patent-pending optical technology to directly measure water in the tissues and not just how much has been consumed. And we know we're on the right track. Last year, William Adams of the Corey Stringer Institute called an accurate wearable device the holy grail of hydration monitoring. Sorry. And of course, all of this data is being relayed to the web for review and analysis by both the athlete and the team's medical staff. We'll initially launch the B60 system to the elite athletic communities at the collegiate, professional, and international levels using a really familiar model. We'll sell B60 devices for $500 per athlete and charge a tiered subscription fee to the analytics platform of between $5,000 and $10,000 per sports season. Using that model, we see about a $230 million market opportunity in elite athletics, but really that's just the start, because we'll leverage our success with elite athletes to unlock another $330 million market in recreational and consumer athletics. And ultimately, we'll use B60's technology to solve fluid balance problems in critical care monitoring, resulting in another $600 million market. Nobo is a small but really mighty team of people that have spent their careers launching health technologies. I come from companies like GE Healthcare, Honeywell Life Care Solutions, and a Milwaukee-based startup called Point One. Liz is a PR entrepreneur in her own right and handles marketing and communication strategies for Nobo. Beth recently joined us and is focused on data science and algorithm development, and we get lots of great advice from Cameron on both business and technical matters. Over the next 12 months, we're going to leverage our previous success to accomplish 3 primary milestones. First, we'll launch alpha trials with a few early adopter sports teams. Second, we'll conduct a validation study with a university-affiliated research lab. And finally, we'll launch our MVP to over 200 athletes later on next year. The success of any athletic team depends on keeping their athletes safe and performing at their absolute peak. Nobo's B60 hydration monitor is a tool that those athletes will use to ensure their safety and give them the best possible chance of winning. So if you would like to join us on that quest for the holy grail of hydration monitoring, I look forward to connecting with you later on tonight. Thank you very much.